I started making Rust videos and like around with people, and they did so good, but I was like, man, I can't only play Rust forever. Being able to talk to random people is the best part about a video game to me. Because the game can suck, the game can be awful, but if you have someone shit talking to you, that's like the best part of a game to me. Knowing that I make people laugh with my videos is like the best reward I could get, you know? I was getting paychecks sent in the mail from Machinima for $11, but slowly watching the audience grow, I was like, this is what it's about. There's people that you can get shit done with better, and other people who also can get shit done, but it's just in a different way. I feel like if I can make people laugh with the thumbnail, then I've already kind of won. And you click on the video and it's like you're already in the mood to kind of enjoy what you're about to see because you've laughed at the thumbnail.
Hey, welcome to the Create Unknown, the home of Make Something Mean Something. It is TCU's Day, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, live on Discord. We are here. We're not going anywhere. We're not allowed to. There are sniper rifles pointed at our heads. So if you want to look at that, then just come and join our Discord. I'm Kevin Lieber, and with me, as always, is Matthew Tabor.
Yeah, there's a little red dot between my eyes right now. I didn't think anything of it until you pointed it out. But we've got a good one today, and we've got a couple good ones coming up, don't we?
Oh, yes. Next week, we have Rick Beato will be with us to talk about all things music. Longtime fan of his channel, so really excited to get him on the show. The following week, Matt and I will be arguing over Top Gun because we recently learned something about each other, and that's that I hate Top Gun and Matt loves it. So that will be a debate for the ages. And then the following week after that, we'll have Blame Society Films, who are true OGs of YouTube. If anybody remembers Chad Vader, then you are seriously a YouTube goat. But let's get to today's episode.
Yeah, well, April 4th is an important day in history. In 1581, Sir Francis Drake was knighted for his circumnavigation of the globe. On April 4th, 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen established Microsoft. And exactly 37 years after that, today's guest uploaded Best Kill Ever, a 22-second Call of Duty Black Ops clip in which he both violated a maxim of the tomahawk. Never separate yourself from the weapon. And he overturned the physics of the natural world by chucking the blade into an unsuspecting enemy from an impossible distance. And if you asked a child what he wanted to be when he grows up, and he says, well, you know, I want to play video games with my friends and talk shit and maybe have a metal band, you dismiss that as a fantasy. But that is Soup's reality. A decade after the Tomahawk assault, Soup continues to pump out smooth-brained, room-temperature IQ compilation videos of streams alongside a crew featuring McNasty, The Do, Blarg, and Yumi. They play GTA, Rainbow Six Siege, make prank calls, and they do a little trolling. And if you're the admin of a Harry Potter roleplay server or a 12-year-old trying to survive in Rust, Soup is the worst thing that has ever happened to you. But Soup's got more than searing insults and jokes. He's also the bassist and lead singer of the ball-crushing metal band Slackjaw. Their album Vicious Cycle is out now. But to understand the Soup, we have to cook and consume the soup. What strange animal would you most like to make soup out of?
Is that for me?
That's for you.
Fuck.
Unless Kevin has a recipe. If Kevin wants to cook an exotic animal, I'd like to hear that too.
Well, you know that I ate aardvark once. And it was terrifying.
I did not know that.
Yeah. For a video. And it turns out you can get leprosy. You can literally somehow get leprosy from eating aardvark meat if it's not cooked properly. I don't know how that works exactly. So as I'm being fed this aardvark, it's being explained to me that there's like a non-zero chance that I get leprosy from this. So if anybody doesn't think that I'm dedicated to the craft of YouTube video making, please think otherwise, because I risked my flesh to make a video about like celebrity eating habits or something. I don't even remember what that video was called.
That's crazy. I'd probably make soup out of like a gator or something. like some gator stew, gator gumbo or some shit, you know?
Oh,
I think
legit.
some
chunks.
weird thing I ate, I went to Australia and I hung out with Max Mofo and another friend of mine, and which I think is actually how I know you. I think we met through a group chat on Twitter that Max added me to, and I think that's how I ended up following you and you following me. I'm pretty sure.
I wondered that. I'm glad that you clarified that, because I was like, I don't know how you and I became mutuals.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was from some massive fucked group chat that like Max added me and you to, and a bunch of other people, and it was just bullshit the whole time, just like memes and just so stupid. But I went over there to Australia and I had pigeon. I think it was pigeon or dove, some kind of bird at a restaurant, and it was horrible.
Squab is on a lot of menus. And that's just straight up pigeon.
Yeah, like who the fuck orders pigeon?
Well, the Australians eat like a lot weirder stuff than that. Who were we talking about kangaroo meat? I did a thing.
I had that as well.
We're talking about kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how was that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was kind of hard to judge because my friend was throwing it against the wall like the whole time and like throwing it on the floor. Yeah, there was a video of it. I tried like a bunch of different Australian foods. Like I tried cordial, which is supposedly like some sweet like syrup drink that you're supposed to mix in water, but he just gave it to me straight. And I'm like, this shit's fucking awful. Like who the fuck is drinking syrup from a can or whatever?
Is it alcoholic?
No, it's like Kool-Aid, I guess, like strong Kool-Aid or some shit. But yeah, I had kangaroo meat. It was kind of gamey, I guess, but there was no seasoning on it or anything. So I can't really like compare it to a regular steak. Yeah.
So this is like, wait, what is this drink? It sounds like it's like the meth version of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like some diabetic, sugar-infested, worse for you Kool-Aid. That for some reason they don't give it to you already pre-mixed with water. You're supposed to do that yourself.
Oh, I just popped a link in the chat here. Yeah, sold in concentrated form to be mixed with water for consumption.
Yeah,
4 parts water to 1 part whatever this is. Yeah, it looks like somebody on the website. It looks like somebody's just straight up pissing in a glass. I mean, like it's not.
Oh, it literally does. It literally does.
Yeah. I'm not being funny about this. That's what it looks like.
You guys ever drink Crystal Light?
Yeah. I have a lot of.
My dad used to live and die by that shit. He used to buy like Crystal Light and mix it in like a gallon of water, and that's like the sweet drink we would have. So bad.
I do 32 ounces to 1 packet. Yeah. No, I'm a massive Crystal Light enjoyer. I think it's definitely the kind of thing that it develops with age. Like if you enjoy Crystal Light under the age of 18, it's a terrible sign.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. I was like, can we get like a 2 liter of Pepsi or something, please?
Those are the kids who like Crystal Light are the same ones who are disappointed that they don't get Werther's Originals on Halloween.
It's funny to me that this meth Kool-Aid is called cordial, because cordial already is a thing. Like a cordial is a thing in like in bartending. A cordial is a type of liqueur, sort of thing. So it's like it's confusing on that account as well.
Is there a difference between liqueur and liquor? Or is it just like a fancier way of saying it?
No, liqueurs are usually like flavored and sweetened, you know? So like a liqueur will be like a coffee liqueur.
Like Bailey's or something like that?
No, I don't think Bailey's is considered a liqueur. So basically, when you're like setting up your bar, you know, you have your well of like core spirits, which will be, you know, vodka, gin, rum, well, like a light rum, dark rum, tequila, and then whiskey, maybe like American whiskey and bourbon or something like that. Then you'll usually have like a bunch of liqueurs that you use to mix the standard spirits with to create cocktails. So, you know, you would mix vodka with some sort of flavored liqueur.
Red
and now
Bull.
You have this like fancy no, not Red Bull. Red Bull is not a liqueur. You could have that, sure.
Vodka Red Bull is my shit, dude. That shit is like, I'm so addicted to it. That's how I start every night of drinking.
Yeah, that's more of like a mixer.
It does the job, but I mean, how many do you have?
Oh, you feel like shit. If you have like 3 of them, dude, you're like, wired and drunk at the same time. So it's like your body doesn't know what to do. And then when you like lay down in bed at the end of the night, you can feel your heart hitting the mattress and hitting your chest. Yes. Like, it's great.
It used to be, I don't know if it still is popular in the UK at like student bars and things like that. When I was there, it was £1 for the vodka Red Bull drinks, and people would just get absolutely slammed on them. And I think they tried to pull that back when people had heart attacks. University kids, like I swear they changed the laws.
Yeah,
well, I got to Google this now.
But are you really having fun unless you're about to have a heart attack? Like, come on, where's the fun?
That's a good point.
Hey, listen to this. Clubbers downing Red Bull and vodka are 600% more likely to suffer heart palpitations.
Oh my God. 600%. Yeah. When I was working at clubs in Portland, they started banning them. Some of them would. They wouldn't sell them because also it would lead to fights. Because people would be,
it makes
like,
you really aggressive
and super jacked up.
Yeah, that is something bad about it. Like sometimes if I have too many of them, I can be a real dick to people, and I take everything because when you get drunk, you fucking your mind is obviously fucked, and you don't take things for how they really are, and so sometimes it'll make you like think somebody's like aggressing towards you about something when really they're just like, "Hey man, you having a nice night?" So what the fuck did you say? So yeah,
what'd you say about my night?
Yeah, I could see how that would be.
Have you gotten into any real fights?
I mean, not as an adult. As a kid, yeah. I mean, there were fights and shit. I mean, I grew up playing sports and stuff, so shit always happens around that. But no, not as an adult.
No, okay.
No.
Yeah.
The occasional scrap, fisticuffs.
No, but I do like to mosh. I got to do that last night. I went to a concert last night. I had some of my friends in a band called Vended playing. And there was a band called Dying Wish that was playing after they finished. And we went out and moshed together and shit. It was fucking awesome.
So you end up going in the pit. Are you like the kind of guy who's like swinging his arms around in the middle?
No, I mean,
that guy?
I like to go in the pit and like run around and, jump and be stupid and have fun. But I don't really like people that throw their arms and legs around, like trying to hurt someone. I think that's kind of retarded.
Yeah. You always hear like the rumors of like going to these dangerous metal shows. And for the most part, that's not the case. The only show that I ever went to that was kind of scary was I saw Pantera.
Oh, you lucky motherfucker.
Yeah. I saw them in what was essentially like a high school gym. It was this tiny, like very garbage, stupid venue. And it was Pantera. It was amazing. But holy crap, there was a lot of blood in that crowd. Dude, I saw a guy's face just super, like nose broken, like very, very smashed. A friend of mine tried in vain to crowd surf, and that didn't go very well. Some dude literally choke slammed him, just grabbed him by the neck and slammed him onto the ground. It was crazy. That was the only show that I've ever been to where I was like, all right, this one checks out.
I would suck my uncle's asshole to be able to see Pantera live. Like that is just amazing that you got to see that. Holy shit. They're one of my favorite bands ever. Yeah, last night there was like a balcony area at the show and somebody fucking jumped off the balcony onto the floor. And I like in front of me, like 5 feet in front of me. And I thought I witnessed a death. The way that he hit the ground, and the balcony wasn't super high. I mean, I'd probably say like 20, 25 feet, but that's high enough, Oh,
that's high.
Yeah, it's high enough. And he hit the ground, and I swear to God, like he was on the ground for a minute, and I was like, dude, this guy's dead. And I'm not walking over there because you did it to you jumped off a balcony, you fucking idiot. Like, I'm not helping you.
Dude, on my Facebook, or sorry, my YouTube feed today, the YouTube algorithm gods decided to show me a clip where a dad in a baseball stadium died trying to go after a foul ball. It was like a kind of similar thing to that. He like jumped fell over the edge of the stadium, or not the whole stadium, you know what I mean, the stands, and died. And I was like, thanks, YouTube. Like, why did you recommend this to me? It's like 10 million
How's that
views.
allowed on YouTube? Like, you can see him die?
No, you don't really see him die, but the announcers start talking about it. They're like, oh man, like somebody fell. And then in the comments, people are like discussing more about what happened, and it was like really, really horrific. And I had never heard of this before, but now I have that in my brain thanks to the YouTube algorithm.
We need to bring back like NASCAR when they'd have no guards. And whenever the cars would flip into the crowd and just like wipe out 30 people. We need to bring that back.
Did that happen regularly?
I think back in the day, like I don't know if it was F1 racing or like NASCAR, but yeah, they used to not really have much protection for the fans. And whenever shit would go bad, they just get like rolled over.
Have you ever watched Rally? It's more of a European thing, rally racing. Okay, well,
I think I've seen a little bit of it.
There's not a track. It's like you're just on roads. You're on like dirt roads, side roads. But there'll be spectators just camped out, like waiting to see the cars drive by. And there are some videos of those.
Oh, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah, that
crazy.
Shit's wild. Like they just come like flying over a hillside and like on a dirt path and shit. Yeah. Fucking insane. Would you guys?
Is there anybody that's on the tamer side who you like? Because you wish that you could have seen Pantera. Is there some like super mellow, complete opposite act that you like?
Yeah, I like this band called Movements. They're I don't really know what kind of genre you would put them into. They're like rock, but it's more along like soft rock. And their drummer is a good friend of mine. He like watches my videos and shit, and he'll invite me out to shows or whatever. But we became friends because I like watching like drum covers and shit like that. And I watched this guy's drum cover of one of their songs, and I commented on it. And I was like, "Yeah, this is sick." And he saw that, and he was like, "Dude, I watch your videos. That's crazy that you like my music." So, I mean, I do like softer shit, but I don't know. I like fucking yeah kind of stuff.
Could tell from Slackjaw. But it's funny that you mentioned somebody else being like, "Hey, I watch your videos," because Matt had that epiphany today while we were talking about you and your channel. He was like, "Oh my God, I've watched." What were the videos that you'd watched of Soups? The Rust ones?
Shitting on kids in Rust. Yeah. Yeah, from years ago. I mean, that must have been like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, that used to be my bread and butter. Like people would shit on me if I uploaded anything besides Rust. Like I got into this like Rust community. Like I kind of started with like the Call of Duty stuff or whatever. And, then I got more into PC gaming, and I got into PC gaming because of White Boy 7th Street, if you guys remember him. He played DayZ, and whenever I saw DayZ, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is this game? Like, this looks like everything that I'd like about a video game or whatever. And then I found out, like, Gary from Gary's Mod or whatever, because I knew about Gmod and shit like that. I heard he was making Rust, which is basically like a DayZ clone, but kind of, different in its own ways or whatever. And so I started making Rust videos and like fucking around with people. And they did so good, especially for like back in the day, because, I was doing YouTube and stuff before like demonetization was a thing. Like you could get away with so much shit. And the Rust community is one of the best communities and worst communities on the fucking internet. Like they would literally be like, you are a fucking moron. All your videos suck. Only upload Rust. Like everything else you do is trash. And I kind of loved it though. I loved the shit talk of it, but I was like, man, I can't only play Rust forever. I want to kill myself.
Those videos are literally why I bought the game. It looked like it was so much fun just, I don't know, running around and just being half naked and stupid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a great time. I feel like Rust videos are a little like not clickbaity, but they kind of give off like a warped sense of reality, because so many people will watch like a cut down like 10-minute Rust video and they're like, oh, this looks like the best time ever. And then you buy the game, you boot it up for 3 minutes and you get a spear in your head and then you get called the N-word. And like the first like fucking 3 minutes of the game, and it's like, wow, this is nothing like I saw in a video. Yeah, Rust is great though.
Put down your can of Hyper Hydro Monster and your Crimson Berry White Claw. It's time to rethink the beverages in your life. We drink a tremendous amount of tea, working on videos, recording the podcast, but we don't drink normie NPC tea. We drink cultured and refined anime tea from the Dragon's Treasure. They've got a gunpowder green tea called Space Cowboy. If you've listened to this podcast before, you know why Kevin likes it. And I used to chew gunpowder green tea leaves when I played baseball in the 90s. I love the stuff. Dragonwell Z, Samurai Chai Plu, black teas, herbals. The Dragon's Treasure describes itself as a haven for anime and tea lovers for a reason. They've even got a tea called Uwu. It's got apple bits and cocoa nibs. It's crazy. I bought the 60 tea sampler pack as soon as I could. I wanted to try everything. It's that good. And when you order from the Dragon's Treasure using the code CREATE, you'll get 10% off your order. That's 10% off using the code CREATE at thedragonstreasure.com. The link's in the description. Look, find me another place that sells Russian caravan tea with a name like, "And then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked." You can't. TheDragon'sTreasure.com, 10% off when you enter the code CREATE at checkout. The link's in the description below. Get brewing, Space Cowboys.
I wanted to ask you about the process of that, because obviously, you upload these YouTube compilations that are, the funniest moments of streams. How long of a stream do you go for to get, a 15-minute video that's like ready and ripe for YouTube to upload?
That's kind of a tough question, man, because like it's just kind of something that I have a feel for. Like if I think something's funny, then there's really no time limit or time restraint for what I'm really going for. Like I've uploaded like a 15-minute raw fucking session before. It was like a full game that took 15 minutes on Rainbow Six Siege. And I was like, that 15 minutes was hilarious to me. And I thought it was funny, and that's all that matters. And that's what I'm going to upload. And some videos, like usually Rust videos, I mean, that can be, that can be hours. That can literally be like 6 hours, 7 hours of recording. So it just depends kind of on the game and kind of what you're going for, What was it about Rust that made it so funny to, like, how do you get those moments in Rust that you couldn't get in other games? Well, it's, to me, what makes a game, like, there's fun games, and then there's games that you want to, like, spend hours on. And the difference to me kind of stems back to, like, when I first started getting into gaming and, like, first started doing, like, online shit. Like whenever I would play like MW2 or Black Ops 1, the talking, like the lobbies of people, because like even games like Call of Duty, it's never been the same to me since they took away voice chat. Like being able to talk to, random people is the best part about a video game to me, because the game can suck dick. Like the game can be awful, but if you have someone shit talking to you and you can like have a conversation, that's like the best part of a game to me.
What? Why did they remove voice chat?
Because people are toxic. Because people just want to talk shit, and they don't like it. Like Search and Destroy on Call of Duty used to have forced voice chat. Like you had to leave your Xbox party if you wanted to play it, and you had to like talk in game. And they took that shit away because people get their feelings hurt because someone said "Yo, mama stank" on Xbox Live. So,
but has it reduced the amount of people that play the game, or has it had no impact?
I would say it really doesn't have an impact, but for people that have been playing games since like back then, I feel like there's that element missing. I mean, the game, like playing COD's still fun. You sit on Discord and you play with people. It's still fun, but the real fun to me and what made my videos special back then is whenever I could go in and talk to random people, because like back then the internet was still kind of primitive, and it was really easy to fuck with people because people didn't understand like, oh, you're trolling me. Like you're not saying the stuff you're saying isn't like being for real. You're just, you're joking. They didn't understand that. Yeah. That's what made it fun to me, at least.
Well, I wonder what like the most, like the lamest game that you could weaponize. Like, I'm trying to think of like introduce trolling and shit talking into a game that just is the furthest from any kind of conflict.
Well, I've kind of tried to do that. Like I played Club Penguin, And
Yeah, that's exactly the sort of thing I was thinking about.
What do you do in Club Penguin?
Fuck if I know,
What even
dude.
is that game?
I don't fucking know. All I know is that if you stand on one side of an iceberg, it flips over, and that's like the coolest shit about it, or something.
What? That's
Didn't
all?
they have like grooming problems? Didn't they have issues with creepy behavior on that game?
Absolutely, and I was part of it. Absolutely, I was. I would go on there. I went on there, and I because they have such a tight security wall of what you can and can't say, obviously, because it's just fucking all children playing the game for the most part. So I was going on there with some of my friends, and I think the video might still be up. I don't know, but I was trying to see to what extent you could bypass all their really, really strict chat restraints. We were typing go Trump or just to see if it would get removed, and Obama and I love Obama and shit like that, and give parent card number now, parent card number or die. Well, I don't think you could say die. I don't think you could say die, but we'd be let's go do coke, and coke wouldn't be taken off. And you can throw snowballs, and so we'd be oh, we're throwing coke balls at each other. And so I don't know. The comedy of it was trying to see how far you could get without getting banned, because you get banned so quickly on that game. If they suspect any kind of weird behavior, you get one warning, I think, and then you're done. Your account's just fucked. But it's pretty fucking funny.
Did you get banned?
Oh yeah. I think I actually paid. I think I paid for an account as well.
How much does that cost?
I think I paid $5.99 or some shit.
That's shut down now. Didn't they kill Club Penguin? Is that gone?
I heard about that. I don't know. I'm not really up to date on my Club Penguin lore. So
yeah. Oh wow. So this from TechCrunch. This is actually 2 weeks ago. The headline is Club Penguin rewritten, shut down by Disney, website seized by London police. That's a
what the fuck?
A knockoff of Club Penguin, a mob thing that people were running on their own.
Wow.
Wait, what? Disney took down Club Penguin?
I know it was Disney that owned it, because whenever I had to pay for an account, I had to sign up through some Disney shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is rewritten. It was it says suspected fan created game from it, because I think they've shut down the real one, and there's strong enough fan community that it could happen. CP rewritten. Yeah, you know what? Don't abbreviate it to CP when you've had those.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
That's not good. That's not good.
I think they may have been asking for it.
Oh gosh.
I feel like you can really, for lack of a better term, weaponize just about any game if you're really trying to, as far as Club Penguin. But that's the fun of it. I mean, it's not meant to be a serious thing. We're playing, the same thing with GTA. So many people on these servers that are role-playing get so fucking angry, genuinely angry. And it's dude, it's not that deep, man. We're just fucking around on a video game, bro. I don't know.
The Harry Potter one, people were getting a little annoyed at that.
Yeah.
But I imagine that people who play Harry Potter games take the Harry Potter universe awfully seriously.
Yeah. With the role play shit, it can be some of the coolest people that you game with. Some people can take it super well and want to fuck around with you. And then some people just want to find you where you live and watch you die in a house fire. So
it's very specific.
Yeah.
I don't understand this role playing stuff. So these people they play these games as if they were MMORPGs or what? They're just in them all day and they live their life in GTA. I don't get that. I'm not familiar with that.
Yes, I mean, sort of.
What do you do?
Dude, there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot. You can train to be a cop. You can train to be a robber or some shit. I know on Gmod, I do Star Wars roleplay, and you have to talk to your higher up commander and like salute him and greet him as sir, and you have to run fake laps around a barracks.
What?
Yeah, like he'll say something along the lines of, "All right, guys, we're training now, and you guys are going to give me 5 laps around the barracks, and when you come back, you're going to say hello, sir, and then whip and nay and dab or some shit." So
wait, is the commander a real person and the cadets are also real people?
yes.
Why would you do this?
Fucking you tell me. But people
That
spend
does
money
not
on this
sound
shit
fun.
too. People spend money on these servers to rank up and get like VIP access to shit, like get different skins and weapons and stuff. So it's really interesting. It's very fucking interesting.
God.
Yeah, it's hard to explain to people because you guys, I'm sure you know about video games and stuff. Like trying to explain this kind of stuff to like my parents or like my grandmother. No fucking. It is like,
what is that conversation?
It's like I'm speaking fucking Korean to them, dude. It's they have no idea.
Well, are they Korean?
Man, yeah. How do you explain to grandma what you do for a living?
I say, listen, grandma, I play video games. Like you put the quarters in the machine. All right, now sit back and I'll turn on Netflix for you. Give her a little pat on the head and leave.
Give her the Werther's original and Matt's Birch beer. What's it called? Yeah. Best years ahead of me. Birch beer.
Yet. Best yet. Yeah.
Best yet.
What's you guys' favorite beers?
Favorite beers.
Oh boy, Kevin, you're gonna go first.
What is birch beer, by the way? Is that just like a type of beer, or is it like
it's not
root
alcoholic?
beer?
Soda. No, it's like it's like root beer, but not as sweet, and it's got a little more bite to it. But yeah, it's basically root beer.
You.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about like favorite beer. I'm not really not kicking too much of it out of bed. But yeah. I like IPAs. I know like IPAs are a thing that people are happy to hate on and think suck. I like those. I like Belgian beer. I think Belgian beer is really good. We had some really awesome beer in Austria.
What the hell did you do in Austria?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
Austrian.
Yeah. Ate schnitzel.
I had schnitzel in Australia. And I had a pint of some kind of German beer with it, and I got pretty fucked up off of just one pint of beer. I have no idea what it was, but yeah, it was good. And I didn't like the schnitzel, though. I wasn't really a fan.
You didn't like it? What was it? Chicken? Was it pork? What was it?
Dude, I think it was...
Was it kangaroo?
It wasn't kangaroo.
It was kangaroo, wasn't it?
It was not kangaroo. Which is weird because I'm a very fucking...
Platypus schnitzel.
It might have been pork. Yeah.
You didn't like it though? Dude, it's just like fried pork, fried chicken.
Well, I love fried
like
chicken.
Cutlet.
Fucking chicken is like my shit, dude. I want chicken every day. I love steaks, but I didn't like it. I like
but if it's flat and deep fried, you're not on board.
I liked the breading. The breading on it was good, but the chicken felt or whatever pork chicken. It was like it had a weird texture to it, and I couldn't fuck with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like you had a bad batch.
Could be.
Why? What is your beer of choice?
I like Miller Lite.
Okay.
No, a lot of people. That's kind of like a rift right there. I could feel the shift in the air when I said that.
Why? No. I am 100% with you on that. I back in the day, I used to play a lot of cards, and it was constant Miller Lite. I never drank anything else. It's the perfect blend of being able to drink a lot of it, but still getting something out of the beer.
Exactly. I like Corona.
Really
Corona with lime.
light beer.
Oh, baby. Give me some chips and salsa and a Corona with lime. Oh. So good.
Yeah, Corona's very watery though.
And
I guess it's good for like a hot day.
Just kidding. No,
I mean, you're in the South. That's perfect for hot outdoor drinking, right?
Yeah, it's getting hot here now, actually. I think it's in the 80s today. It's warming up.
We want to help you make something and mean something. And we say that phrase all the time because when you're making something and you know it means something, even if it's just to you, that's when you feel pretty good about what you're creating. The support for the Create Unknown in recent weeks has been incredible. Animators, artists, musicians, YouTubers, aspiring filmmakers, comedians, it is crazy how talented everybody in this community is. Consider joining the Create Unknown Patreon. Every dollar that comes through goes straight into the podcast and its community. That means more highlights videos. It means a big Minecraft project that's on the way. And eventually we'd like to manufacture custom piss bottles so you never have to leave your battle station. And being a patron unlocks participation in all of our live recordings. You've seen the roster of guests we've had. Having access to their minds is a unique opportunity. You can go to patreon.com/thecreateunknown or click the link that's in the description. Every little bit helps, and your support means absolutely everything to us. Patreon.com/thecreateunknown, links in the description. We appreciate you, Space Cowboys.
Well, let's get back to something hot, and that's soup.
Hot soup.
I was wondering how you found your crew. Like, you have this core of guys that you do these videos with, and I was just wondering, are these like internet friends? Are they real life friends? You know, how did you come to collaborate with all these guys?
Gay orgies, just every day. You know, you do enough of them, you find the right men to stick with that know your needs and wants and interests.
And then you play video games together.
Yeah.
Only then can you start gaming. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you get into the gaming industry. No, but let me think how it all kind of came together. Well, I mean, I have like a few different groups of people, but like the goons are my main kind of boys that I do shit with. But it's kind of like trial and error. You know, you play with a lot of different people and you vibe with certain people, and you know, it's not so much that you don't like the people that you play with or something, but there's other people, you know, you just kind of mesh with more, you know, and your content's similar and you have shit that works well together. But it all kind of started with back in the day, this guy named The Do was uploading guitar videos on Black Ops 2, and it came up in my recommended. And, you know, me being a metalhead and shit, me playing guitar and bass and all that, I, you know, watched it and I was like, that's fucking awesome. Like, that's really cool. And Do was relatively small at the time. I don't even think he had 1 million subscribers at that point. And I went to his channel. I found his Twitter and I followed him. And I think I might have tweeted at him or sent him a DM. And I was like, yo, that's awesome. You play guitar and, you know, play Call of Duty. I'm the same way. And he was like, yeah, that's awesome, man. And, you know, we just had a little conversation. And nothing really came out of it. But a few years later, whenever like Rainbow Six, I don't even know if Rainbow Six, I think it had been out for a while, but he asked me if I wanted to hop in for a session with him and some of his friends, and I'd have to go back and look at who some of those first people were. But it was just me and Do, I think, were the original like people from the Goons, and then McNasty kind of joined in a little bit later, and then I think Blarg was like the last person that kind of joined up with us. But it's funny because, you know, my sense of humor hasn't really necessarily worked with a whole lot of people that I've, you know, I've been doing fucking YouTube forever. So I've grown up through YouTube kind of, and I've been through a lot of different groups of friends and shit. And a lot of people don't necessarily get my sense of humor, or they think I'm too offensive or something like that. And I kind of was worried whenever Do invited me because I didn't really think he was going to be into my sense of humor. And I think I was catching a lot of people off guard with just saying outlandish, you know, bullshit. They're just saying like, yeah, I want to fuck a Big Mac in the jungle, just out of nowhere. Like, people don't know how to take that.
A Big Mac?
Yeah.
Like the hamburger?
Yeah, like we're just sitting there playing a game and like, oh, dude, there's a guy on side A. Like, we got to peek this corner. I'm like, yeah, I want to fuck a Big Mac in the jungle. Just like,
where do you come up with that sentence?
I just let my brain rewire itself and then just spew out AIDS. I don't know. But I didn't think he was going to like it, and I thought he was going to stop inviting me, but he slowly kept inviting me back, and I'm like, I guess this guy thinks that I'm funny. And I asked him one day, I was like, you actually enjoy playing with me? Because I was worried you were going to fucking hate me. And he was like, yeah, I think you're hilarious. And then McNasty, I think, is kind of the one that really wanted to push for like creating a collective. You know, he's a big like Misfits fan, and I think that was kind of what he was going for. Like not an exact copy, but something similar. Because none of us had really been a part of anything prior to that. I mean, I had been a part of groups, but nothing that was really concrete. You know, so yeah, I think McNasty was the one that pushed for that.
When you're first playing a game with somebody, you don't test the waters a little bit and see like what can I get away with?
Well, that was me testing. That was me testing it.
Just straight into copulating with the sandwich in the wild.
Yeah, that's how I test it. I'm like, if he can take that, then he can,
Right.
Yeah.
Just rip the Band-Aid off, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
This should be, like you go on LinkedIn or something like this, and there's all these strategies for hiring and job interviews and all that. I think this should be a job interview question. Like you throw that out there about the Big Mac in the jungle and see how the applicant responds. And that's how you know whether they're a good hire.
I agree completely. So many people, so many YouTubers put on this fucking lame ass hipster, like hype beast fucking mentality persona. Like, yeah, welcome back to the motherfucking video, boys. Today I'm giving away 100 Nikes. And I don't know, like I think that shit's fucking lame. It's like I want to bullshit with people and be real, you know? I'm not some larger than life content creator who's going to change the world with his message and gift card giveaways. I just, I want to make people laugh at the end of the day. Knowing that I make people laugh with my videos is like the best reward that I could get, because that's all I wanted from the beginning. I was getting fucking paychecks sent in the mail from Machinima for $11, like making zero money, but slowly watching the audience grow and having people tell me that they thought the shit was hilarious. I was like, this is what it's about.
Yeah. I was thinking you should do a sneaker giveaway with like 21 sneakers. So 10 people are really happy and one person gets a single shoe.
Yeah. My fans would probably fucking love that.
Is there, when you're talking about the people that you didn't vibe with, over the years, is there anybody kind of like peering through like a tiny window on a locked door trying to get back into like the soup circle or not? Do you know what I mean by that? Like, are you like, sorry, bro, like that didn't work out? And they're like, come on, man, let's do a Sea of Thieves video together. And you're like, I don't think so. Or is it the other way around where they just go like screaming for the hills to get away from not wanting to be associated with you?
I think it's more so wanting to not associate with it. And I totally understand that, I guess. But most of the people that I'm referring to, it's not that it was ever like hey man, things aren't really working out. It was just kind of like slowly a growing apart, I guess, where it was just a mutual kind of thing. Like, yeah, our style doesn't really work well together. So instead of just outright saying it, we're going to be just, all right, see you around, buddy. But like people that I'm referring to, I mean, we can still make videos together or do stuff together. It's never like a negative thing about that. It's just sort of, there's people that you can get shit done with better, and other people who they also can get shit done, but it's just in a different way, kind of, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't have any rivals though, like enemies?
No, I don't think so. I would hope not. I'm sure a bunch of admins of fucking servers probably would like to think that. They probably want to fucking kill me.
All your enemies are in like 7th grade. It's awesome. Do you have any YouTube enemies, Kevin?
Oh, enemies?
Who you could out on the podcast? I know you got a list of enemies. Everybody does. Like everybody's got 5 people that they're out to get, maybe 10. But you can't let them know. But there's got to be an enemy out there.
Yeah. Well, I guess yeah. Perhaps, but nothing serious. Maybe a conceptual enemy here or there. Some people who I don't vibe with very well or don't really like what they do. I mean, that's just the nature of having opinions. I think that's fine. That's healthy.
Let's declare war on Ryan Toy's review.
I lied. I fucking lied. Coco Melon can go to hell and die. I hope. Fuck
Coco Melon.
Fuck Coco Melon.
That's not even a person, is it?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give
Baby?
a fuck if it's a nation. I want to go to war with them.
It's a
I want to
goofy
drink their
baby.
fucking blood. I want to rip their little fucking necks open and drink their blood. Fuck Coco Melon.
Wait, what did Coco Melon do to raise your ire to such a degree?
They were above us on the podcast charts on Spotify for like a week, and I was pissed.
Wait,
they're always in the top 10 on Netflix when I log in. Coco Melon is like
Fucking
perpetually like
scumbags.
the 6th most watched thing on Netflix.
What does a Coco
everywhere.
Melon podcast entail?
Dude, I don't know. I don't want to know.
Saying the ABCs?
It's probably
I don't really know what it is.
It's probably
Is it
some
like baby
communist
content?
propaganda spewing to children. I don't know.
How did it feel to lose to a baby with one tooth?
Dude, I've never felt a more like primal rage. You know what I mean? I wanted to go to war. I wanted to hold a sword and kill. That's what I felt.
Wow.
A baby that ironically can only eat soup. No hard foods. No solids.
Wow. So I type in kill Coco Melon in Google just to see what comes up. And the first result is a YouTube video called How to Kill Coco
I need to
Melon.
watch that.
What?
I need to watch that.
Yeah.
It's research.
Yeah, there's a subreddit called Coco Melon Haters, like a dedicated subreddit to this.
I just want to know what this podcast is.
I think it was like story time with Coco Melon or something along those lines.
Oh, yes. Coco Melon story time. That's it. I see it right now. So it's probably like nursery stories that are read to your baby, I guess.
I got to interject this because the language is so beautiful on it. There's the headline is viewers weirded out by popular Netflix kids show's bizarre connection to family's brutal murder. And the first sentence is Coco Melon, an extremely popular children's program on YouTube and Netflix, left some parents slack-jawed over the show's reference to another Netflix series that is not as kid-friendly.
Perfect.
So this is that subtle, like, dog whistling to you. That's throwing down the gauntlet. They don't use slack-jawed in this sentence if they didn't want to get to you.
Yeah, that's some kind of hidden message in there just for me.
It is. As you're like connecting the strings on your big board of Coco Melon pictures. That's one of the strings. Dude, Coco Melon was bought for $3 billion.
Holy shit.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
$3 billion.
Yeah, there's definitely some fucking Illuminati backroom bullshit going on with Coco Melon. Drug trafficking. There's some sus shit going on with Coco Melon.
Some sort of pizza shop.
Yeah, I don't know.
that they own.
Something's going on there, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They say it rots kids' brains or babies or whatever. They say it's fucking bad for them. I don't know.
Who says that?
I don't know. People say the same thing about my videos. So maybe me, maybe me and Coco Melon have more in common than I'd like to
Your
think.
videos definitely entertain people's brains, because I was watching a bunch of them today, and I was just thinking to myself, and I've said this a bunch of times on this podcast, but you know, we have a bunch of new listeners here tonight, that comedy has changed so much since, you know, when I was a kid. You know, your outlets for comedy or ways to get comedy were essentially TV shows and movies. And, you know, I was joking with Matt the other day about how comedy movies are pretty much almost a non-thing anymore. Like, it used to be a huge deal. Like, comedy movies were blockbusters back in the day. Yeah. And now, like, I nobody really cares. And I think the point of this is to say that I think a lot of it has to do with people like you, who are so much funnier than what, you know, some collection of executives will allow to get through the censors of, you know, some Kevin Hart movie or some sitcom, or, you know, even these supposedly adult cartoons, like, you know, what's that one on Netflix about the puberty kids?
Big Mouth or something like that. Big Mouth,
yeah,
Bad Mouth.
like even that, it comes across as so cringe and pandering.
Yeah, that show fucking
Don't you
sucks.
think?
Yeah,
it's awful. It's so stupid. but that's, supposed to be like the height of gross out or shock comedy that that Netflix will approve of. But meanwhile, you go on your YouTube channel and your latest video is Osama bin Laden dressed up as a pirate and like a CG Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean, and above his head it just says Amber Heard in some like Comic Sans font. It's so stupid. It's like the dumbest thing, but it's so funny. That thumbnail I just laughed at. I don't even know. I don't even need to know what the contents of the video are, and it's the funniest thing that I saw all day.
Well, that's kind of my secret sauce a little bit. My kind of mentality with how I do videos or whatever is like you said, I feel like if I can make people laugh with the thumbnail, then I've already kind of won. You know what I mean? Like I've already kind of got you a little bit. That I feel like you're going to enjoy the video even more so because you see that thumbnail, you're like, what the fuck is that? That's great. That's funny. And you click on the video and it's like, you're already in the mood to kind of enjoy what you're about to see because you've laughed at the thumbnail. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. And you're right about censors. I was listening to your podcast about Smiling Friends or whatever. I had no idea it was like that. You wouldn't think it would be like with Adult Swim. You would think like they would just kind of let just about anything through,
It's not their decision. That's the point though. That the standards and practices is something that they have to adhere to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
yeah.
There's a system in place for that everybody, there are hoops, you know what I mean? The only hoop that you have to jump through is to not get your channel deleted by YouTube. That's about it, which is a hoop, but it's a much easier hoop to clear than, Smiling Friends having to pixelate the boss's nipple while he's breastfeeding his little demon baby.
Well, see, my thought process until I heard that was my thinking was shit like Adult Swim was able to get away with more than something like YouTube. I didn't even know that, like, what is it, the standards or whatever. I didn't even know that was a thing until I heard about that. So yeah, that's wild.
Standards and practices.
Yeah.
But everybody, South Park has to fight with them. They've had some kind of legendary battles with standards and practices, what they can get through. But it is all kind of subjective. So, and Zach and Michael kind of alluded to that some of it seemed pretty arbitrary, but it is when you're making these decisions of like, is Satan allowed to vape? It's like, well, we never thought of that before. Thank you, Michael and Zach, for posing that question for the first time in the history of television.
That's fucking awesome.
That was a funny part to me too. Is like we talked to them for how long about the horrible things that grandmother's mouth did to a lollipop. And that's not even up for discussion with standards and practices. There's nothing happening there. But then it's like, what if we give Satan a vape mod and then all of a sudden it's a thing? Like, who knows what's going to hit and what's not?
Yeah, that's insane. I'm ready for a world where shit like that doesn't exist, especially in the world of fucking comedy. It's like, and these people that are making these shows and making videos and stuff, we usually know our audience's best. I feel like, so we know what they're going to like and what's going to be funny. And when you have somebody fucking pulling strings and saying, oh, you can't say that, or that's not allowed, you can't do that, when it's a fucking joke, then it's just some annoyance that you have to deal with when you have like creative people like with Smiling Friends that have to deal with shit like that when they can, and it's impressive that they can still make an amazing fucking show even with bullshit like that. Because like, imagine what they could do if they didn't have those restraints on them,
Yeah, but it kind of does go both ways sometimes, because sometimes, like I know, for instance, Jake from Vsauce 3, he had a show on Vsauce 3 called Could You Survive the Movies? And he said, probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 times out of 10, like the notes and the things that other people want to change about your thing are terrible ideas. But sometimes, and I guess this is the nuance of everything, But sometimes the suggestions force you into a position where you end up coming up with a better idea. So sometimes when it comes to creativity, like the constraints sort of allow for the birthing of an idea that's actually better than the first idea that you had. But I agree with you that for the most part,
yeah, I mean, I could see that too.
It sucks.
Like working within limitations. I mean, I think Black Sabbath's first album, I think they only had like fucking 3 days or something in the studio, and they just created a whole new genre of music. It's like, oh, we got like 3 days. What the fuck are we gonna do or whatever? And then they just fucking blow everyone's minds, and it's like, well, we had no other choice because we were restrained or something. So I guess
what? Really? That's how that happened?
I believe so. I don't think they had very much time to record. I believe that, or for one of their albums, there was something along those lines.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, at the most basic level, it's the like Twitter is an example of this. Is that especially when the limit was really short, you really had to work hard to like be funny in 140 characters.
Oh, I lied. They recorded it in 12 hours.
Oh,
holy crap!
That's insane.
Yeah, 12 fucking hours to make that album. So that is like unheard of. Fucking ridiculous.
Wow. Oh, game jams. That's the other thing that's come up a bunch of times on the podcast. That's the idea behind that, is like, here's Friday to Sunday, like invent a game and make it work by the end. And people come up with cool stuff like the Goat Simulator.
Oh, that's sick. I didn't even know that was a thing.
So what is what is a day in the life of Soup like?
Let's see. It varies, I mean, sometimes I'll wake up and I usually get up, I get some breakfast. I like coffee, so I'll drink some coffee, and I'll usually record early. I feel like most of my GTA stuff is usually earlier in the morning, around 11 a.m. to like 1 p.m. or something like that. Then I'll kind of just like watch videos or something, fuck around, play guitar, practice guitar, bass or something. Then around 4 o'clock is when the goons get together, and we will either record our podcast, we will record some videos, we'll stream. So I mean, it can be either or. Then sometimes after that, I'll have band practice. So I'll go. Well, we do band practice at my house, so I'll set everything up, jam, fucking hang out, get some dinner, go to bed, hang out with my girlfriend. I mean, it all just depends on what I'm doing. So
it's a pretty full day. It's a pretty full day for Soup.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like a day that's all kind of mushed together. I mean, it's not like that every single day. That's just like a typical, week put into one day, kind of,
Oh, okay. So how often do you practice with your band?
2 or 3 times a week. It just depends when the other guys aren't busy. I mean, they have jobs or they're in college and shit. So.
And then you just play kind of live shows when you can. Is there any plans for doing a tour at some point?
We really want to do a tour. We would fucking love to. I mean, before YouTube, well, I mean, I guess not before YouTube, but growing up, those were just the two things that always piqued my interest. I always liked fucking loud and offensive and aggressive, just energy, I like shit that kind of just like, whoa, what was that? Like, what the hell? That's the kind of shit that attracted me. And, growing up, my dad introduced me to like hard rock and heavy metal. And it was so different to me because, you listen to pop and country and stuff. And it's like, man, this shit, it fucking sucks. Like, this shit's awful. Well, not old country. I like a lot of old country, a lot of newer country and stuff. It's just, it all just sounds so similar and so like, yeah, baby, I love you. Yeah, baby, go to the movies, baby. Yeah. It's like this shit is just some craft single piece of cheese music that is just being shit out by these fucking millionaires that don't give a fuck about anything except getting a paycheck. And when I found out about metal and how it's like, some rough and rowdy, like, yeah, we drank, we smoke, and, we were fucking poor as dirt, and we had to bust our ass to get here and, stick it to the man, like, fuck you or whatever. Like, that's the shit that was like, wow, I can relate to that, fuck these people, it's just that kind of fucking energy, just like not letting people walk over you or shit on you or something, like standing up for yourself. And I don't know, like, and deeper thought kind of stuff. Like, you know, they're not singing about like, baby, let me take you out on the weekend. You know, they're singing about just like questioning religion or questioning the government and how like, oh, well, you heard this your whole life. Well, did you ever stop to think like, oh, well, does that fucking make sense? Or, you know, shit that kind of makes your brain work a little bit, I guess, is what was attractive to me. I don't even know. I just went off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Connection? No, I want to ask this because it's just bugged me since I saw the title. Is there any connection with Vicious Cycle to Skynyrd?
No, there isn't. But
because they had an album called Vicious Cycle.
I know, and it pissed me. It fucking pissed me off because I wrote that song and I came up with the lyrics for it, and I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Because I had heard, I guess I heard it from like some little news clip or something, like Vicious Cycle, and I was like, damn, that's an interesting term, and I don't know, it felt cool, and I knew it wasn't like some groundbreaking fucking term. I knew like that it's a term that existed, but I was like, I wonder if anyone's made an album called Vicious Cycle. I'm like, I'm sure that they have, and that's all fucking Skynyrd did. I was like, God damn it, of course Skynyrd
did. Everybody's made every combination of words imaginable. Yeah. Like I'm in the process of creating a personal Instagram account so I can separate just my personal life from Vsauce 2 stuff. Matt, did I not spend like 2 hours today trying to come up with some combination of words that wasn't taken? Like the stupidest things and you had are taken.
Yeah. You had some like idiotic combinations that were really for the sake of seeing if it was taken, and it was over and over.
Yeah. Kevin No Brain taken.
Yeah.
Like come on. When you get to Kevin No Brain, who's Kevin No Brain?
Mr. No Brain.
Couldn't be me.
You know, I actually hope it's okay. Well, there's a Kevin No Brain on YouTube. Ooh. Wow. So
Kevin No
Brain, they don't have content yet, but they have a profile.
Yeah.
But so you've got an enemy right within YouTube.
There's your enemy.
That is my enemy. Kevin No Brain.
My name on Steam for a while was Big Kev 82 because I always have to change my Steam name because, you know, the roleplay shit, people still figure out that it's me just because of my voice sometimes, but I always try and like change my name. Like right now it's Dr. Roundbottom. It was Christian Biker for God and Jesus. Then Ice Lords, Gregory Hegg, Colby, Gregory Bahamas, Hugh Janus. So if you want to use any of those, feel free.
I can. You just registered them all.
Well, nobody will know which one you pick. You can just pick any of them. I personally prefer Gregory Bahamas. I came up with that drunk in an Uber with my friends one night. I think I took my friend's phone and posted an Instagram story and captioned it Gregory Bahamas. And everyone thought that was hilarious for some reason.
It's your alter ego.
Yeah, Gregory Bahamas. I love fucking with Ubers, dude. Fucking with Uber drivers is like a guilty pleasure of mine. Because
well, now you have to tell some stories and examples of that.
What happens?
Dude, it's well, some of them are pretty cool, and you can kind of like tell which ones are cool just based off the conversation. And so I won't usually fuck with those people because they're just trying to do their job and have an actual conversation. But there was one fucking night. Oh my God. Sitting in the passenger seat of the Uber is like you just got the shit end of the stick because now you're like beside them and you kind of have to conversate with them a little bit. And I guess I lucked out one night and I had to, or I didn't luck out, right? That's the term, didn't luck out. And I had to sit in the passenger seat and I was like doing I don't even know how it even started because we had been drinking a little bit, but not to the point where I can't remember what happened, but I don't really remember how it started. But I was like doing like a Borat kind of accent. And I was like, hello, yes, I am from New Zealand and it's my first time in America, and I really like the country, or something like that. Just bullshitting. And this fucking woman genuinely believed I was from like New Zealand or something like that with this accent. completely fell for it. I mean, she was older, and I was like, in New Zealand, there's a problem. We have to kill our third child. If we have more than 2 children, we have to kill the third one. So I'm kind of getting over killing my third child. And she was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. They actually make y'all do that over there? And I was like, yes, it is so bad. Me and my wife are devastated. And my friends in the back are like, I can hear them doing their best to not like lose it, because they're fucking dying laughing. Like they're just like holding it in or whatever. Because I'm like fully convincing this lady I'm from New Zealand or some shit. And it gets to the point where she's like, well, you know what's wrong with this country? And she just goes, oh no. Yeah. She just goes off on some like racist rant out of fucking nowhere. And I'm like widened eyeballs, like looking back at my friends in the back seat, like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, she went off. I guess she thought that we were close enough for me talking about New Zealand and having to kill my child that she could just release her inner racist demons on me. But she just fucking went berserk.
That's all it took for her? I mean, that's not a lot. That's a low bar.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, lady. Like, you're fucking crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was like 0 to Hitler speech out of nowhere, dude. Just like by the fucking snap of a finger. It was fucking wild.
Well, I have to ask, how did you rate her on the app?
I don't think I did. I think I skipped it.
It's just ignored.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
I don't know. I think that's 1 star extremely racist might have gone a long way.
Yeah, probably so. I just skipped it. I was like, I don't even want anything to do with that. Like, oh man, I wish I would have had a hidden camera though, because that would have been an amazing video. Like just convincing that woman, who was very obviously a fucking demented racist, that I had to kill my child. It was fucking crazy.
Gosh. Is that it? Any other ones? Any other Uber stories?
I mean, sometimes I'll get into an Uber and just spew bullshit like, yeah, it's Uber time, baby. Or just stuff like that. And yeah, like and the Ubers are so fucking uncomfortable. There was there was one. Like being in an Uber with your friends and you're kind of buzzed, a little drunk. That is just so fucking funny. All my friends in real life are fucking hilarious people. And I'm pretty lucky with that. Like a lot of people I feel like that I talk to from the internet, they don't really have a good outside friend group. My friends are fucking amazing. And every one of them is funny in their own way. Like we're all pretty different, but we're all a bunch of like shit posters. Like even my girlfriend, she's fucking hysterical. And she's such a shit poster. And it's so funny. Like we were in this Uber one time with me and my girlfriend and some friends. And like this guy's listening to like this slow R&B song. It's like, I wanna hold you tonight. And I just start like snapping along to the beat, like to the fucking snare drum. And then like my friends start catching on. And so everyone starts fucking snapping in the Uber. And the Uber's not saying a word. He's just sitting there fucking driving. And it just gets to the point where I'm like on my lap and I'm just like just fucking doing the drums to the song. And like everyone in the Uber is like playing some fucking percussive instrument, and it's so fucking funny. And the Uber just like didn't say a word. And then the song ended and everybody just started dying laughing. It was so fucking funny.
What is your Uber rating? Like on the app, what do these people give you?
Is there a way to see that? I don't know where to see that at.
Yeah, it should be at the top left when you open Uber up.
Top left. I can click on my little head.
Isn't that where it is?
4.91.
Hey.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
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 I feel like, I mean, a lot of the shit I do.
So maybe they're scared to rate you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never getting an Uber. I'm never like, fuck you, bitch. You got to die and go to hell, motherfucker. You know, it's always kind of like, I'm just kind of like fucking with you just to have fun or something. You know, it's never something that's supposed to be taken bad, I guess. You ever been kicked out of an Uber?
No.
I got kicked out of an Uber once.
That's where your minus 0.09.
Yeah, and it wasn't even my fucking fault either. It was my friend. He was like talking to the Uber and started getting pissed at him and like screaming at him. And I'm like, dude, this is not it.
How do you get in a fight with the Uber
He disagreed
driver?
with him about something. I don't even know. I was so embarrassed and just like, dude, this is totally not worth it. Like, we're taking an Uber. Excuse me. We're taking an Uber like 10 minutes. Can you just like swallow your pride for 10 minutes so we don't have to fucking walk? So,
yeah, right. Sometimes you just like, you do that. You just swallow the pride, you take the L and just get on with life.
Yeah, my friend at the time could not do that. And we got kicked out on the side of the road and had to walk.
Wow. Oh, so it must have been his rating that got dinged.
Well, I'm the one who booked the Uber, so I'm guessing it would have been on me.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, did the person who you were doing the slow jams with, and everybody started laughing at the end of the song, did the driver laugh?
Yes.
Or did they just... Okay,
Yes.
okay. So the driver enjoyed it.
Yes, he did enjoy it.
All right. That's what I was wondering. Well, I know that we have questions from our patrons that we need to get to, but before we do that, I just wanted to ask you what some of your favorite metal bands are. Who are you listening to these days?
Oh my God, dude. So many fucking people. I just met the fucking drummer for Lamb of God last night at the show. I went,
What?
Yeah, he
Hey,
fucking scared the shit out of me, dude. I'm sitting here talking to my friends that were that are in Vended, and I think it was like right before this band Code Orange was about to go on, or they had just got off. I can't remember, but my friend's like, dude, the drummer for Lamb of God is here tonight, and he comes fucking busting out of the backstage area like he was waiting on somebody to say that, and he fucking grabbed me by my shoulder, and I thought it was security because I didn't see him like really come out, and he fucking grabbed me so hard. He was like, "Where is he? Where's the drummer?" I was like, "What the fuck is going?" Like, it just caught me so off guard, and I was like, "Holy shit,
God.
that's fucking Art Cruz right there, the fucking drummer for Lamb of God right now." And he said, "Hey,
Art Cruz."
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Adler's not their drummer anymore?
No, not anymore."
What happened there?
I'm not exactly sure.
I had no idea that they had a new drummer. Holy crap.
I can't remember exactly what happened with all that, but yeah, it's not Chris Adler anymore. But yeah, I love Chris Adler. He's a fantastic
Chris
drummer.
Adler has revealed that he left Lamb of God because of a, quote, toxic atmosphere. That's weird. After like 1 billion years, it becomes toxic.
And his brother's still in the band.
Yeah. So after like 25 years, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Huh. That's super weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame.
I would say my top metal bands. I mean, dude, it's so fucking hard to pick. I love the big four. Not super big into Anthrax. I mean, I love Metallica is my all-time favorite band. They're the ones who got me into metal. And fucking just seeing James Hetfield, blonde hair. I have blonde hair. Like, something about that as a kid, I was like, dude, that guy looks fucking awesome doing that. Like, he looks like a badass. I love their music. Like, I remember the first time I saw the music video for One. Like, it still gives me chills to this day. I'm like, that to me is fucking art. You know what I mean? Like, it conveys some sort of emotion that makes you feel a certain way. Like, oh, what is that? What did I just watch? And that's what I was talking about with pop shit. Like, it doesn't fucking make you feel that way. It feels like some generic dog shit. And yeah, like Metallica, Pantera, Megadeth, Slayer, Gojira, Slipknot, Tool, fucking dude, I don't even know. There's so many. Like, it's hard. Avenged Sevenfold. Let me look at my Spotify. Who have I been listening to recently? There's this new band. Well, I don't think they're really. They're kind of new, I guess. All Hell the Yeti. They got some awesome music. They're newer. Volbeat. Fucking dude, so many, so fucking many.
What about Archspire? I'm going to get you into Archspire.
I think my drummer just started getting into them. I know their logo. I've seen their logo before, but I've never really listened to any of their music. But yeah, that is a band I've been meaning to get into. I see someone in your chat asked about Meshuggah. Yeah, I like Meshuggah. My guitar player fucking is obsessed with Meshuggah. It's like his favorite band of all time. He loves Frederick Thornall. So yeah, I mean the
the movie, the Metallica 1 video, that's an actual movie. Johnny Got His Gun.
Yep.
That's in that video.
Book, book and movie.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite Metallica album? This is a very important question.
That's
you have to pick one. You have to pick one.
such a hard question, man. God damn it. That's so hard.
Desert Island, Metallica album.
Probably And Justice for All.
Okay.
Probably that one.
That's fair.
But their album Death Magnetic,
what's the
that came out after fucking Saint Anger. Death Magnetic is a fucking great album, and it's very underrated. I love that one. I constantly have that one on. But it's hard, dude. It's hard because I love Ride the Lightning. I love Kill 'Em All. I love fucking obviously Master of Puppets, the Black Album. I mean, so fucking good, man. So all of it, so good.
Matt, before we go to questions, have you actually heard any of the? There are some clips on YouTube where somebody figured out a way to actually put Jason Newsted's bass back into some mixes for Injustice for All. Have you heard any of that?
Are you asking me? Oh,
yeah. Have you heard those?
Yeah.
You actually can hear his bass.
Yeah. That's the bad part about
cannot
it.
On the album.
The bad part about that album is the mix. And that's kind of the bad part about Death Magnetic too. You would fucking think with a band like Metallica that you would that would just be such an easy thing to do. Like, yeah, the mix and the master are going to be flawless and there's not going to be any question about that. But somehow the biggest fucking metal band in the world can still somehow not get the best mix sometimes or whatever. It blows my mind.
His name is Lars. That's who you blame for that. Yeah, turn my drums up. Hey, can you turn the bass down? Okay, can you turn my drums up a little bit more? Okay, turn the bass a little bit down. That's pretty sure that's how that went.
Probably so. Death Magnetic had Rick Rubin working on it, and I don't know if it has to do with the mastering. I'm not an audio engineer by any means, so I don't really. I mean, I know what some of it means, but I'm not like super knowledgeable about all of it. But it sounds really, really compressed. And so like once you turn it, if you try and get it loud, like obviously you want to listen to fucking Metallica loud. You're not going to be playing that at low volume. You want to fucking crank it up, you know? And it gets really distorted, I feel like, when you crank it up loud. So I'm excited for them to go back and like remaster that shit because it needs it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, you want to hop in on some questions here from our patrons?
Yeah, we got a few. They vary a little bit. The first one is from Willie Whacker. He specifically wants to know if you're a fan of if you're a fan of Oni Plays, but generally, when you got started, who did you have any influences when you got started on streaming?
I fucking love Oni Plays. Yeah, like that's kind of the shit that I would put on to just like fall asleep to. Like I like watching them play, you know, like retro games and shit. I think right now they're playing like Sonic Heroes or something. So that's pretty cool to watch. And they're really funny people, obviously. And I like their some of their animations. I don't really know who worked on what or who did whatever, but who did fucking Leo and Satan? Was that Chris?
Yeah.
That is fucking hilarious. I love that. It's great. Influences, to name one, Max Mofo. That was someone that really genuinely made me laugh, I guess. Ownage Pranks was also really, really funny. That shit, like me and my buddy Ethan that I do videos with on my second channel, you know, when we were in fucking middle school and I had some little dog shit laptop, we'd sit and watch Ownage Pranks, like, how you doing, big boy? Fuck you, big boy. You know, the prank calls and shit. And watching Max Mofo do the prank calls and his gaming videos, you know, like he kind of introduced me to Rust. You know, he did a series on Rust back in the day that I really enjoyed and stuff like that. I like doing a lot of voice impressions. I'm not really good at it, but there was this guy, I was just watching him the other night because I was like thinking back to when I was, you know, a kid. And Brock Baker was someone that I used to watch back in the day, do like voice impressions of stuff and all that. I watched Fred. One of my cousins showed me Fred as a kid, so I guess indirectly, that would be an influence. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of stuff back in the day wasn't necessarily gaming videos that I watched. I'm trying to really think back. Like Vanoss and stuff, obviously, was a big influence. iDubbbz, Filthy Frank, all those people. Who else? iDubbbz was a really big...
Yeah, it sounds like people who were just just generally really funny people, no matter what they were doing.
Yeah, for sure. iDubbbz, his bad unboxing videos, I tried to kind of recreate that with a series I had called POS Box, where I got viewers to send me mail and just open mail or whatever. But I really liked like the Max, Chad, iDubbbz, Filthy Frank kind of, shit they had going for them. Like the really offensive, off the cuff bullshittery, And whenever I got to go hang out with Max in Australia, it was like, dude, this is fucking amazing because I don't know, it feels like a friend that I've had or whatever for so long, just because I've watched so many of his videos, and I get the sense of humor, and that's because it actually made me and my friends laugh. Like some shit that we would watch on YouTube or whatever, it'd be kind of like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that was kind of funny, I guess. It's like the meme where when you laugh at something that you're looking at on your phone, you like breathe through your nostrils or exhale through your nostrils real heavy or something. But then there's shit that makes you fucking piss yourself laughing. And that would be like the iDubbbz and Filthy Frank shit,
Well, this jumps into the next question because you mentioned some of the edgier stuff that they did being funny. And it's things that we don't like. I don't know, probably the closest now is Rusty Cage, and he's got his own censorship problems now and again. But NRM points out that comedy being that fine balance of being edgy but not going too far. But when do you think a joke or trolling has gone too far? How do you figure that out?
That's a tough question. I really don't think a joke can necessarily ever go too far. I mean, there's like a line, I guess, between joke. Like if you're saying something as a joke, then it's meant to be taken as a joke versus, if you're being genuine about something. So it's hard. I guess it's different per person when you kind of cross that line. I guess with trolling, I kind of try to weed the people out that I feel like are, I guess, not deserving of the fucking around with, but just people that kind of seem like dicks when I can tell that they're going to be like, you're not allowed to do that in my server. I'm going to beat your fucking brains in, buddy. If you do that here, you're not allowed to do that. I'm going to kick you and ban you for a month from my server. They're like power tripping over being some admin or some shit. I guess it would go too far if you're threatening them for real, where it's like you're genuinely going to try and commit a crime, But if you're just shit talking, man, I mean, it's a video game and it's not meant to be taken for real, and that's kind of the whole point of my videos is that we're here trying to just have a good time. And yes, I fuck shit up and fuck around, but it's not anything deeper than just I'm trying to make people laugh.
And this is a follow-up that Willy Whacker has here. Do you have any concerns about that kind of content being censored or anything in the future?
Definitely. I mean, YouTube, I guess, is pretty pussy with shit, which I mean, some people are just soft, and I'm really ready for like old people to fuck off and die, so like a new generation of people can come in and understand context a little bit better and understand that, I don't know, just understand how shit is better overall. Because I feel like a lot of these, millionaire company people, whatever, they're just looking out for what's in the best interest of what can make them the most money, and fuck content creators and fuck creative people. They want everyone to fall into some cookie cutter bullshit that doesn't push into any direction or try to be outside of the box, just like, standardizing stuff, or whereas some like with pop music, where it's some fucking craft single shit out, easily digestible bullshit that doesn't cause the brain to have any thought go through it, where it's just like, I watch TikTok and girl shake her ass and it's cool. Next TikTok, guy does funny dance. It made me laugh. Ha ha. Like I feel like that I don't know. It's fucked.
That is not going away.
Oh,
my
I
friend.
fucking
you just described
hope,
humanity.
I hope so, dude. Because
it's not going away.
It's just sad. So many people just watch this shit, and I don't know. I'm hoping that there will be somebody or something that is not afraid to lose money in the interest of creativity and, like alternative stuff where it doesn't have to necessarily fit into this fucking mold of boring bullshit. I don't know. Hopefully it'll go away. Who fucking knows, dude? Everyone's attention span is going down to about it. We're all going to be fucking squirrels on the road running away from cars and getting run over and just trying to find a fucking nut. So I don't know, man.
The next one is from Jeff Strife. Have you seen the dude's face?
Yes, I think I have.
What can you tell us about it?
He's fucking ugly.
Faceless.
God damn, he looks like a fucking burn victim. That guy is atrocious. Nah, he's a good looking dude. And he's an even better friend.
Well, to swing back to the lamer stuff, we're going to do a combo question here from Vibecat and NRM. Vibecat wants to know what your favorite Taylor Swift album is, and NRM asks about your favorite ABBA album. You probably don't have one for either artist, but is there something that is in that poppy category that is that you like?
She wears short shorts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers. That's like the...
What is that?
That's Taylor Swift.
Is that Blink 182?
That's Taylor Swift,
that's
right?
Taylor Swift.
Isn't that Taylor Swift before she went pop?
Do not ask me.
She did country shit, yeah. She was a yeehaw girl, you know. Country girls make do. It's like the meme where they're putting like the corn cob in their ass.
I got the country guys make do meme on my Twitter feed today. So yeah.
Is it the same thing?
And
just a corn cob?
So. I think it's
conceptually, Kevin, yes, it's the same thing. But there's actually
wait, what's
there's
the
actually
object?
A really funny one, an ear of corn,
like
on the
right
on the stalk. But then one in the replies was just, it didn't have anybody in it, and it just had the ear of corn, and it's like, I'm an unsuspecting corn cob. Nothing weird is going to happen to me today. But are you a legitimate fan of any songs that we would put in the same category as Taylor Swift or ABBA or anything shitty like that?
Well, ABBA's not shitty. Like, I know a lot of metalheads love fucking ABBA. Then all I know by them is Dancing Queen.
Guilty pleasure songs. That's I think that's how we put it. What's your guilty pleasure
There
song?
is a band, let me find them because I just found Dirty Loops. There's a band called Dirty Loops. They have a song called Rock You, which is, I guess, a little more on the poppy side, and it's a fucking awesome song. I love it. I like Michael Jackson. I like James Brown.
Oh yeah, that's got a bit of a like funk pop. I just clicked the song and listened to 2 seconds of it. That's cool.
Fuck, man. I feel like if you would have asked me this, and if I would have just been thinking about this myself without you asking me, then I could just like pull out so many things. Creedence Clearwater Revival. They're more rock.
Don't put
though.
that in the same category. Don't do this.
Fucking Pitbull.
Yeah, that's legitimate music.
Dude, I fuck with Pitbull. Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305, baby. Like me and my girlfriend and her roommate and stuff. Like she has like a picture of fucking Pitbull on her wall, and it's like they call it like the Pitbull altar, and it's like we have to honor Mr. 305 before we drink, and like like our pregame music before we hang out and drink and shit and go out. As we always turn on Fireball by Pitbull, and that's like our hype song. So
that's good. Can I just say I hate musicals? I know this is kind of like a tangent, but when you mentioned ABBA, my mom tried to get me to watch Mamma Mia once. I wanted to just decapitate myself. I hated it so much. You ever tried to watch
I
that?
kind of fuck with them a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a guilty pleasure a little bit, I guess.
They anger me. They anger me. It's like now everybody's just singing again and dancing around. And
fucking Beauty.
I hate
Beauty
it.
and the Beast, bro. That shit goes hard, man.
It's pretty good.
That's
pretty well
not
done.
a musical. Oh, wait, the music. I've never seen
Is it
Beauty
not a
and the Beast, the
musical? Because, like, I mean, it's a movie.
The Disney
No,
is,
the Disney movies are movies that have songs in them.
That's not a musical, though?
Musicals are songs the whole time.
I'd call something like Aladdin and Little Mermaid and all that. Like they have so many songs that it's. I think it qualifies as a musical.
What?
Like, it's so
I would call that a
important to
musical because,
actual
yeah,
film,
there's
yeah.
like every fucking 10 minutes, there's a new song that they're singing and dancing around, and the whole city's holding baskets of bread, and it's like, these nuts, and they're fucking slinging it around and shit, you know? I'd call that a musical.
All right.
You know, the first CD I ever got was a musical soundtrack, Kevin.
What was it?
Did you know
Phantom
that?
of the Opera?
Goes hard, banger.
No, it was the original Broadway cast of Oliver.
I haven't seen that one.
That was the
I don't
first
even know what
CD
that
I
is.
ever got. Like Oliver Twist, you like the songs.
Oliver Twist, yeah.
Yeah, Oliver. And Paint Your Wagon is an excellent musical. If you haven't seen that, with Clint Eastwood and Lee Marvin.
I have to check it
Very
out.
good.
All right. I'm completely owned on this. Many of those movies are considered musicals.
Beauty and the Beast
those
is a
Disney
fucking
movies.
banger. I love the song where he's like,
Yeah.
now I know she'll never leave me. I fucking, dude, I unironically put that shit on in the truck sometimes.
Powerful.
All
Very
right.
good. What kind of truck do you drive? What
I
kind of truck
have
do
a
you drive?
2019 F-150 Raptor.
Hey, yo.
Yee,
There we
doggy.
go. Ford
Ford gang,
guys up.
baby.
The last one we've got is also from NRM. This is another one of those desert island scenarios, but this time you get 3 games. What are the 3 games that are the only 3 games you can play for the rest of your life?
Do I have online connection on this island?
I think so. I think you've got satellite capabilities on this island. You can't call for help, but somehow you can.
Okay,
do
so I can still
multiplayer.
upload videos then. So I'd still be able to work.
Yes. Yes.
Well, then I would have to pick GTA, obviously. Fuck me. This is tough. 3 games. What 3 games do I upload most? Dude, I would probably pick Rust, GTA Rust, and
You'd be living Rust. Why would you want to play Rust
I
on a
know.
desert island when that's like your
to get
existence
tips
there?
and tricks, bro. I'd get tips and tricks.
You can test things out
Yeah.
virtually and then try them in reality.
I don't know a third, man. I feel like I play so many games. There's not really a third like stable game that I really play. Maybe fucking Warzone. Sure. GTA, Rust, and Warzone. I'll go with that. Or Elden Ring. Elden Ring's so fucking good.
Kevin,
Oh, yes.
you get 1 game, Kevin. Only 1 game. What's yours?
1 game to play over and over again?
Yep.
Yeah, I probably would take some sort of... Like, Elden Ring is a pretty good choice because you can do so many different things, I guess. Like, my default favorite game of all time is Xenogears for PlayStation 1. I just love that game. I love the story in
Jeff
that game.
popped it in the chat.
Oh yeah, he knows I love Xenogears, but there's not a lot of variation to playthroughs on that, so I don't know, I'd probably pick like Elden Ring,
Nice.
or some FromSoft game, but since Elden Ring is like the greatest hits of FromSoft games, it kind of makes sense to pick that one.
Without internet connection and without YouTube in mind, I would go Super Mario Odyssey, Elden Ring, and Tetris. I fucking love Tetris.
is a good
My
choice.
fans shit on me because I suck at it, but that's like a game that I actually play when I'm not
yeah.
recording. You know, fucking.
I wondered if you would choose a game that was like that, like Tetris, where it's endlessly playable and solitary. It's cool.
That's a good choice. I'm also terrible at Tetris. It's amazing. Have you ever watched the videos of like the world's champion Tetris players?
It's fucking
It's insane. It's insane.
I knew one in college. He wasn't like competitive on ladders or anything like that, but it was freakish. I mean, I truly did not know how it was possible for him to play that fast. I mean, he would get on levels that, you couldn't even really see what was happening. You know, you'd see the predicted piece at the top, and then all of a sudden it's placed perfectly at the bottom, like you never even saw it go. Like it was bizarre. So seeing that in real life was just plain weird. If I saw a video of it, I'd be like, oh, somebody's,
There is a new Tetris game out called Tetris 99, and it's like a battle royale version of Tetris where like if you stack all the pieces or whatever, it sends pieces to another player's board. So it stacks it up higher.
That's cool.
Like the better you do it, stacks it against your opponents. And there's 99 players. And it's so fucking fun. And I haven't won yet. And that game pisses me off more than fucking anything. I want to break my goddamn TV.
To win, do you have to beat 98 other people to win?
Not necessarily. It's kind of like a regular battle royale where other people will knock out other people. So,
okay.
Yeah, you just have to be like the last man standing. And it gets so fucking fast at the end. And the closest I've come to winning is like 5th or 4th place. And that game pisses me off to no fucking end. But there's a YouTuber called Simple Flips that I really like to watch. He does a bunch of Mario videos and shit. And he plays Tetris 99. And it makes me so goddamn mad because he's a beast at this game. There's a video of him where he got 31 knockouts in one fucking game. And it looks like he's fucking snorted a line before he started playing. Because, dude, he's just nailing these pieces, dude. It's so crazy. I want to get that good at it.
That would be awesome. I feel like I have no chance, though. I think your brain has to work a certain way in order to...
Definitely.
It's like my brain does not work. It's like, I can't dunk a basketball, and I also cannot play Tetris like a maniac. These are just physical limitations that I have.
Well, you're one smart motherfucker, dude. I was looking at Vsauce too, and I'm like, looking at your shit about numbers or whatever, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I don't even know what's going on right now. Like, I'm so redneck and just dumb that my brain cannot follow this, dude. Like, when you asked me to come on here, I was like, dude, this guy's gonna be like, say fucking the first 7 digits of pi before you even look my direction, buddy. And
that's my shibboleth. It's how I test people. Exactly. I quiz them like some sort of like horrible nerd tyrant. Could you imagine if somebody was like that? I would have no friends.
Well, see, how I get my friends is I put them through the fucking test. I make them watch. I feel like everybody new that comes in my life, I make them watch Hair Cake. You remember that video?
Oh yeah, God. That's your litmus test.
That's how you become
the friendship
my friend.
It's not even on
Where can you
YouTube
watch
anymore.
Yeah.
I find it every time somehow.
I'm sure people have
Live Leak
uploaded it on Pornhub.
But yeah, I remember like before I started dating my girlfriend. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but I was like, "You're gonna watch this with me because you're gonna know what you're getting into before we start dating." Female, so.
She passed the test.
She passed it.
It was very honest of you to go straight to him.
And I think she actually said that she remembered watching it but had to turn it off. And I was like, well, you're going to watch the whole thing or, this isn't going to work.
Just peel her eyeballs
strapped
back
her in the
like
chair and duct taped her eyelids open.
Yeah. The Ludvico technique, I think that's called. You're just putting eye drops in her eyeballs to keep them moist. as vomit just drips out of her mouth. I think on that note, we should wrap up. Soup, it was great to have you, man. I really enjoy your tweets, your memes.
Thanks, likewise.
Your channel is very, very funny. So if you're in the need for a laugh, and aren't we all, then definitely check out. Just put Sniping Soup into YouTube search. You'll find the channel. If you need some new metal in your life, check out Slackjaw. Yeah. And I learned some things. I learned that Disney movies are musicals. Didn't categorize them that way. I was wrong. This kind of changes things for me, so I'll have to rethink my opinions on musicals. Although Les Mis still blows. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's not true.
I hate Les Mis.
It's quite good.
I slept through it. I had to go to see Les Mis for a school function, and I put my head down, and I woke up when it was over.
Oh, you saw that one in New York? Was that your senior trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was Rent. Yeah, the year before we went to see Rent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know that day.
Did you sleep through that?
I didn't, because I'm a cultured individual.
Oh, see, I'm not.
No.
I'm a slackjaw.
Hey, same.
That's right. That's why we're birds of a feather. All right, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with Rick Beato.
Sick.
So that'll be a great episode. If you want to support The Create Unknown, please go to patreon.com/The Create Unknown. We are here every single Tuesday doing this live on this Discord. So we'll see you then. All right, we're out of here. See you, Space Cowboys.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to The Create Unknown. We make this show with the support of our patrons. 100% goes directly to keeping episodes going every week, and we've been shocked by all the new support this year. The World's Ending and I'm Late for Work, Gib Tom, Sid Poke, Demetrius, Atrocious Guff. You guys really do make this show happen. Thank you to the Tots and Dumpster crew, old and new, who save tiny little lives every month. And thank you to our grizzled, battle-hardened child infantry. Jen Mefasanti, Kevin Menard, Mikhail Steinke, Risebread, Sean Malone, Ryan, Kamikaze, Maria, Marco Sheep, Tom Videogre, Jelksies, and Dan the Latch. And a tremendous shout out to our elite Baby Gang commanders, Linus and Trevstead, Boromir, Bot Dogs, Chinchilla, Isaac, Conrad, James, Andrew, Jeff Davis, Patrick Pister, Basewade, Monahim, Dojangles, and Zero. You really are the elite. Thank you as well to our indentured servants, producer-editor Ben Webster, Discord Savior Latterman, and producer emeritus Dan Yoshua. And thanks to Baseweight for the use of Created in the Unknown for the opening theme, and to Electro Voice for giving us mics to sound good on top of it. The Create Unknown is an Unknown Media production in partnership with Studio 71.